Jimmy definitely had a funeral today that I did not go to.
Well, I guess there was like visiting hours. I don't know what is that called? They have a name for it when it's a funeral.
Viewing.
Yeah, but it wasn't a viewing because he was not
services.
Yeah,
but like for 3 hours before, you could just come and like visit, and then I guess there was a service at 4:00. But
yeah, I mostly didn't go because I just got through a whole trip to California without getting COVID, and I love Jimmy to death, but Jimmy's friends are all really high risk for spreading COVID. So
with the pregnant wife,
I didn't want to survive a fucking cross-country trip to California without getting it.
I think Alex also is deeply uncomfortable with emotions, and I think he was going to have to go alone because nobody could watch the kids, and I wasn't going to bring a 1-year-old to a funeral. Or Felix. Fine. Felix would be like, "Where's Jimmy?"
I am not afraid.
I think that's the other problem. He's like,
going to a funeral.
I can't. There's too many emotions. He's pretending, but Alex doesn't like feelings.
I'm not pretending. Death does not make me uncomfortable unless it's an animal. I can't do dying animals. Dying people, whatever. I can give a fuck about people. But dead animals make me really upset.
Wow.
So it's kind of where I'm at on that.
And that's the proof that he has issues with feelings right there.
I know, right?
I have a steel wall of emotionless because I am a sociopath. Or is it just that he doesn't deal well with that shit?
Yeah,
and doesn't want to admit it. That's probably
deal well with it.
Dude, when okay,
Alex, what do cigars look like to you?
Let's get out some ink blots and ask him.
When psychologist up here.
When both of our last 2 cats died, Miranda had to handle it because I couldn't do it. Like I was just sobbing and like hyperventilating. I was an emotional wreck. Jen calls me, Jimmy's dead. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. People doesn't do it.
It's a little sociopathic.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more like, it starts with like torturing animals,
Yeah.
You're an animal too. Are you torturing yourself emotionally?
Yes, he's torturing himself.
Chill out, Freud.
This is what happens when Miranda gets invited. She's like, let's talk about Alex's inner workings.
Yeah, let's talk shit about my husband.
Alex cried so much when one of our cats died. The vet was like, is he going to be okay? She was like asking me. She's like, do I need to call
Dude, it wasn't fair. Dude, I adopted this cat.
I've got some horse tranquilizers in the back if he needs them.
I didn't even know what to say. I was just like,
I adopted this cat when he was like 14 years old.
Oh,
and then
God.
he was shook. The cat died a few years later.
I wasn't shooketh. I was just upset because I felt like I didn't get a lot of time with the cat.
Well, why did you adopt a 14-year-old cat?
Because I didn't want to get paid. He was on the fucking gas list. I wasn't gonna let them gas the doctor.
There's an 85-year-old man I tried to be friends with, and he died at 86.
He's like, I couldn't.
It didn't bother me any because he's a human being. So,
I don't make the rules.
Actually, I pulled the trigger on him. This is Alex talking about his new geriatric friend that he made a couple of years ago. There was some stairs, and he was like, I think I can walk down them. And I said, I think you can too. This Alex, because I'm not for making people quitters.
That's fucked up.
The fuck?
Oh my God.
See, at least I can take Miranda's terribleness and turn it into fun. So that's good.
I mean, it was so funny. Alex recently,
She's just going for the throat tonight.
Alex's great grandmother recently died, and it was very sad.
Okay, no,
but she was very old. And so Alex, the way Alex told me is,
just gonna pop one open for grandma here. There you go.
My mom just called me to tell me great grandma died, and she said, I just can't believe it. And Alex is like, and I responded, are you surprised?
I did.
Like,
I thought the NBA was going to call next week.
My great grandmother died when she was like 99 years old.
She was
I can't believe it, Alex.
99 years old. And my mom called me, and the first thing she said was, great grandma's dead. I'm shocked. It's like, what? Like, you can be upset, dude. You can be sad. You can be like grieving, but shocked. You're shocked that great grandma is dead, like for real. And then she was shocked when my other grandma died, her daughter, my normal grandma, who was like 800 fucking pounds and bedbound. She had like every fucking kind of organ failure.
Did your mom just not organ failure?
No, I'm not cutting out shit. Every kind of fucking organ failure you possibly could have. and she
Alex's
died
mom is
choking on cut up hot dogs.
Oh, okay, we're gonna have to cut that out.
We're not cutting it out.
Alex's
she
mom
choked on a
is
hot dog
like,
to death.
I don't even know how to describe her. She's like
She just didn't take health classes.
She's just so innocent. It's like everything surprises her, like that kind of thing. I'm sure she really was shocked because it didn't occur to her that they would
This
die.
guy said, "We'll work for food," and then he didn't work. I'm shocked.
And then Alex came out cynical. I don't know what happened there.
Like I remember the day that my heart died too. Like as a teenager. Like if
you
we're
remember
just talking about like I literally do. So like we were when I was a kid and we went to Washington D.C. on a trip for Boy Scouts. It's all fucking back to Boy Scouts. No. There's no kid here that frolics through. Relax, calm down.
No, this is sounding very similar to my story.
It does.
Well, so we literally went to we did like it's like the walking trails of you get like a medal if you go on these certain trails, throughout the United States. And so we were going on this trail. It's like a 7.2 mile hike through the city, and you like literally take pictures of the historic brass things. And of course, at all of these places, they're for like what do you call it? For travelers. What do you call it? Like sightseeing places, so people want to take pictures there and stuff.
Tourists?
And so that's where tourist attractions. So, well, but not even tourists, like fucking nerds is really what it is. It's like, this is where Alexander Graham Bell stood when he made a phone call. Like, no one gives a fuck about that. Tourists aren't lining up for that shit. But
that sounds kind of cool.
That's because his name was Alex. Shut up. No. He's like another Alex. All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. Pepperidge Farm members. The Alexander Graham Bell remembers. Anyways, like long story short, the dude was like there was a homeless guy there, and it was like need $1 for food, starving. And I remember my dad gave me $5 a day because $5 back then could apparently it bought like half a store at Amoco. Like you could walk in and get like 2 sodas, 2 candy bars, whatever. So I was like, Dad, I need my $5, and he's like, for what? And I was like, that guy is starving. I need to give it to him. And like. I gave it to him, and my dad was like, that was your $5 for the day. So that was really nice of you. And like, so we sat down to have our lunch there, and I watched the guy literally walk up, buy a pack of smokes, and come sit back down. And I went back over to him like, I thought you were starving. And because my dad's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going to go ask him why he bought cigarettes. And it's just like, that's where like cynicism was born in that moment. It was just like, but he said he was starving, and the man wrote a sign. And I gave him my $5 for the day. And my dad's like, yeah, that was a cheap way to learn that lesson. And like we packed up our shit and kept walking. And it was just like later on at the National Museum, I was like, I want this toy. And my dad was like, if only you had $5. And it was just one of those like, and I'm glad that my dad did it because it stuck with me for like 30 years or whatever. Because it's true. Like, you got to put yourself first sometimes. And at the same time, like other people will totally take your shit and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I get it. I totally get it. Like, it's just like you see people who, tying it back to what we were talking about, you see people who are like shocked by shit, and you're like, how the fuck do you like get shocked by?
Surprise you?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it drives me nuts.
Can we take just half a second to admire how everything on Miranda's end is working currently?
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
Thanks, Jimmy.
That's actually shocking.
Yeah.
The mic is working. The video is working. She's up to speed. She's not delayed. It's all very impressive.
Well, Alex, has been messing with the internet, and he broke it just in time for him to go on a fucking trip. So the entire time he was gone, it was shitty and not working well. I love that. Thanks for that, sweetie.
You're welcome.
It was perfect.
That was cynicism.
You needed a little. I know. She's shocked that I broke the internet before leaving on my trip.
And then he's just like, all right, I'll see you in 9 days. Fuck you.
She's shocked that she was not at the top of your list of priorities.
Never.
Oh my God.
He's like, just use data. I'm like, motherfucker, we don't get data. We live in the middle of nowhere.
Meanwhile, Coraline is like screaming for her fucking vegetable dancing across the screen. Use data. Fuck your data. Like, I would murder your ass.
She's like, Miss Rachel.
Imagine upstate New York and no cell signal.
Oh my God.
Miranda's squirting the next one out in like 8 weeks, dude.
Can you never refer to it as squirting the next one out again? What's wrong with you?
If you would have just done anal, you wouldn't have to be saying these things.
Oh no!
I should channel my inner Jimmy for the night. I'm going to buy a pack.
If this one is anything like the last one, squirting it out is accurate.
What's wrong
Just
with you?
be like,
whatever.
When Miranda
Alex,
was in labor with
I know
Coraline,
you love to tell these stories.
Dude, she like sat up and like sneezed, and then like Coraline was out on the table.
Yeah.
Like
they were like you see a doctor scrubbing up. They finally finish, and they're like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
He tried to leave. He was like, "All right, I'll come back," and then he turned back around. He's like, "Maybe I won't." He's like, "Maybe you want to just have a baby right now?" Yeah, he was like turning around to leave. He's like, "I'll come back in a little bit."
They always do that shit, dude. They did that with my wife too.
I know. They're just like, what are they doing? What do they go and do? Like, I don't even know. Yeah.
Use their data.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Get on Reddit. Yeah. I'm looking at the articles on Reddit. That's what they're doing.
Probably.
Lots of latex. That's all I know. At the doctors.
Ew. Yeah. They don't use latex. Nobody uses latex anymore.
Lambskin? I don't know.
Like, it's nitrile now.
You're nitrile. Yeah. Those gloves are a pain in the ass to get from like Asia, just so you know. Like when the pandemic was going on.
Oh.
My brother, like that was a bitch. You had to go to Vietnam and like there's like a whole thing. There was the white list. Man, we just totally went a different direction here.
Dude, Chris was in Taiwan this morning.
He was.
Oh, shit. I forgot he was going on vacation.
He's going to Bali.
I didn't realize he was going to Bali, like, when you left. Like, you guys were on the same...
Dude,
like,
literally, like, the minute... Well, so I saw Chris the weekend before Light Object, and then I did Light Object all week. And that Friday, when I left to go home, that Friday, Chris and Rhiannon left to go to Bali for their week-long closure episode to their scuba diving certification. They'll be diving up to 60 feet in Bali.
Most people just go to a pool.
Dude, I fucking agree with you 100%. You know what I don't want to do? Die scuba diving.
I just think about like having the freeness to spend your money the way you want to, and that's just so mind-blowing to me.
Like, who? Chris and Rhiannon?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have any money. Rhiannon's mom is paying for it. She's loaded.
Oh, well, then to have parents who care about you. There you go. That also would be something that is out of reach for us.
Right. Yeah.
Also can't relate. What a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually,
Chris loves it. Chris is like, I've been poor my whole life. My girlfriend's parents are rich. Yeah, they are. They're filthy rich, and he fucking soaks up every second of it.
That's the secret. Apparently, I just married wrong. I should have just married someone with rich parents.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Are you shocked?
I am. I'm shocked. I'm surprised.
Unbelievable.
Almost as shocked as when my 100-year-old grandmother died. It was a shocking thing.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah, imagine scuba diving though, dude.
Yeah,
have you guys ever been scuba diving?
Snorkeling.
That doesn't count.
Snorkeling.
When you're snorkeling, you can stand up and breathe if you want to.
No.
So there's a thing called
20, 30, 40 feet of water.
How do you get that deep without fucking oxygen?
Well, come back up.
You can go 15 or 20 feet deep pretty easily.
That doesn't sound right.
Alex is like, I can only hold my breath for 20 seconds.
You can absolutely free dive that deep.
Yeah, like people, you just clear your ears. Going
past 20 feet, you have to be pretty damn skilled, probably. But
there's people who do free dive competitions all the time. Like
the story about the key deer, episode 1, looping the story back. That was in like 20, 25 feet of water.
Yeah, no.
You got a key deer blowjob within 25 feet of water? Did the key deer have a snorkel?
And it wasn't me.
Like, it's just like...
It's okay if it was. It's one of those things.
I know. Kyle's like, my friend got sucked off by the deer.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
So going down to the Keys, you definitely... So like when you go scalloping and when you go lobstering, you have to go down like 10, 15, 20 feet sometimes, and then you have to stay down there to like get them.
Nope.
Because you literally have to have two people. You go down, one person like jabs underneath the rock, and they literally shoot out backwards because that's how lobsters swim. Like
you tickle them out.
That is called the tickle stick. That is correct. And then you literally poke them out and they go flying out and one person just holds the net. Or you can do it if you're by yourself if you're good. But if you
really want to challenge, you could catch them with your hands. Good luck.
I'm not going to die underwater. I'm not going to die. You know where I'm not going to die? In a fucking cave. Like
you're going to get crushed by a laser. Like I'm seeing it right now.
I'm shocked you don't want to go caving.
Yeah, no caving. No fucking...
Spelunking, yes.
No nutty putty for me, dude. That's not...
Nutty putty is sealed off.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Because somebody died in it.
Anything even remotely close to that, no, I'm out. There's one cave that I've considered visiting. Miranda and I were looking at it when we were driving across the country, where you could literally drive your car.
Yeah, like Mammoth Cave or something like that.
Sure, I'll do that. Like, if it's big enough that I can fucking drive a car through it, that's fine. The second I have to get out of the car to see something, I'm out, dude. I'm not doing it.
If you can see the sun from where you are,
right. Yeah.
Okay.
They're like,
it's not even a cave.
It's 7:30 p.m.
Yes, that's literally what a fucking cave is. It's like an open area, and then you go in. What is this? What kind of question is that? Like this? Is that even?
Doesn't even sound
cave?
Fun. Doesn't even sound fun.
Geographic question.
You want to go caving?
I do not want to go caving. That sounds terrible.
What are you complaining about? You know what I'm not going to die from? Skydiving. I'm not jumping out of a fucking airplane. That's ridiculous.
I have
a perfectly good airplane.
I have so many friends who are hitting 40 years old because I'll be 40 this year.
That's a great point, Kyle.
That's it. And that's literally the question I asked him. I was like, so you bought a ticket to go on a plane that works, and then you're like, nope.
Like,
yeah.
And then they're like, well, I'm using my parachute that works. And I was like, but does it? Because you don't know until it does.
Are you
That's
sure?
A question mark that you're pulling there.
There's always an asterisk above your parachute until you pull the cord.
And then my one friend,
cord is a question mark, is what it is.
By the way, my one friend who is a doctorate of OT, so she's a pretty smart lady. She was my roommate after college. She was she's went to Vanderbilt and then like UCLA or something like that. She's gone to like prestigious schools. Super smart, but at the same time, living with her, I've watched her try to use a spoon to cut difficult items, and then she's like, I packed my own parachute, Matthew, and I'm like, that's why I'm concerned. Like, I can see her like just like doop doop doop, something shiny happens in the corner, and she's like,
the list of things that I will do before throwing myself out of an airplane is long. It's vast. Like hot air balloon. I'd rather go up in a hot air balloon. That seems more secure to me. The air gets hot and then it goes up. If it gets cold, it goes down slowly. Like it doesn't, it's not just going to fall out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like as the air cools, the fucking thing is slowly going to drift towards the ground. It's not going to just
my concern with that is my fat ass would fall through the basket.
So, dude, they make ones with metal baskets. So, you know, it doesn't have to be fucking.
I don't think they do.
Aircraft grade aluminum. Absolutely, they do. Absolutely, they do. If they can,
just take the blue poo and turn it into a basket and fly it up 80 days around the world or whatever.
Kyle, are you gonna come get Jimmy's fucking CO2 laser?
They probably should.
You really need to start arranging that because I told Jen you were gonna get it, and if you're not, I have to like take it to the dump.
Yeah, I'll come get it. I don't want it to go to the dump.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I figured you'd prefer it over the blue poo.
Well, the blue poo will be going in the garage. Jimmy's will be coming in here.
By the way, we are talking about work, but we can't talk about Jimmy's dead effects on Laser Source Podcast, which is why it's been approved for emergency stop.
Yeah.
We can or we cannot?
We cannot. We can't talk about Jimmy's shit and how we're divvying it up.
Then why are you talking about it?
We can talk about it here. We can't talk about it on Laser Source, I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want Jimmy's machine to live on.
Did you guys? Did I ever show you this? Look at this shit. I stole this from Jimmy's house. It's a flashlight that he turned into a laser pointer. He like did all the electronics himself, and I was like, "Gink, that's mine."
He's very proud of it.
I'm taking it. It's really bright.
Don't blind anybody with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely not safe. Don't.
It's not. Yeah,
don't flash that in anybody's eyes.
Put that high enough where like the kiddos won't walk in and be like, "What's this?" and just be like,
"Yeah." It's definitely something Felix would do.
On my desk.
I was just saying, like that's something my kid would do.
It's on my like EDC pile.
That's something I would do as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. By my kid, I meant anyone in my home.
Yeah.
Except my wife. She would be smarter than that.
Yeah. Well,
what's that face?
I'm just stressing about unpack. I'm almost unpacked. I'm not done yet.
Saw that Jimmy talk hitting him.
Hotel was really nice. Airplane ride sucked. JFK's a piece of shit. And
no, we knew that one.
JFK is a third world country at best airport.
And Michael and I hung out. Did you guys see the live stream? We got to smash some laser tubes.
No, because you didn't tell anybody about it.
I know, it was a surprise. I didn't know about it until I pushed the button on my phone that said go live. I was like,
my favorite was at the very end of the live stream. Alex goes, I'm just keeping my game face until I'm sure it ends. And then the last thing you hear before it ends is Michael going, is that your game face?
It was like this.
It was like relatable.
That's funny.
I would also question, is that his game face? Because what are you doing?
Let me see your war face.
I was a little worried for a second too, because there was like a 20-second pause, and I was like, are they going to start talking and be like, and think that it's over and just be like, yeah, that's good. That's so good. Like, no, they figured it out.
My dick is rock hard right now. Yeah. Me too. And then everyone's just like, is this a Christian podcast?
Who knows what they'd say? Like, they're fucking wild cards right now. So,
wild card.
I have something to show you guys that you're gonna like.
Oh god, that's the wild card right there.
Yeah.
Check out this picture of me and Michael in the room together.
This could not be more wild card if I tried.
We should just each week have a wild card opportunity. That should be something new. Buffalo Wild Wings sponsored wild card coming at you.
Digging for it. While I dig for this, babe, why don't you tell the guys about Nuggets sock incident?
The sock incident? Oh, yeah. A few days ago, I went to go change Nuggets' diaper, and I opened it, and there's just a sock in there, just soaked in pee. She just grabbed a sock and was like, better save this for later.
Can I just say that she probably learned that from her dad?
I know.
I saw Dad do this one time. Hold on.
She put so much. It's so weird. I've never known a kid to put so much stuff in their diaper. Cheerios. Perfect. Put that in the diaper.
I mean, they scratch itches.
Here's a video published by Miranda.
In which I sent it to you.
She is a tortilla dipped in guacamole, waving and winking. That says, "This is me trying to seduce you."
I actually sent that to my best friend, and at the last minute, I was like, "I'm going to send it to my husband too."
So, Miranda, take a minute to compose yourself, and then we'll come at you.
Yeah,
So for the people who can't see this,
what Alex?
It's literally a fucking like cheddar cheese Dorito with little hands drawn on it, going like thumbs up, like hey.
It's a Snapchat filter, for the record. I didn't
listen, Miranda. We'll do the talking here, all right?
Yeah.
Like
if you've ever seen the annoying orange videos on YouTube,
yes.
The face.
This is the seductive Dorito.
It's the seductive Dorito.
Precisely.
And it's literally like just oozing itself into a delicious looking bowl of moist guacamole. No other way to describe that.
I regret that.
Hilarious.
The
winking at us and licking its lips almost.
The wink gets me like big time. It's a lot.
I added that. I thought you'd like it.
Did you get this while on the airplane? Because I would have died on the airplane. People would have been like, is that guy okay?
I don't even remember when I...
No, he got it at home. And you know what? He could talk a lot of shit, but it worked.
Yeah, I was about to say, he probably just immediately stopped whatever he was doing. And he's like, I got the Polish guac.
Dude, I hadn't seen her or touched her or looked at her or talked to her for... like over a week. She could have sent me a picture of her shit that morning and we still would have had sex.
This is me trying to seduce you.
My God.
It's a diaper sock picture. Done.
I totally sent him a picture of the diaper sock too.
Yeah.
I was just like, what a fucking weird thing to find. So I regret nothing. It was a good picture. We'll do it again. It's not the first time I've sent him a weird Snapchat. I can't believe he's never done that before.
Yeah, speaking of shocked, I was shocked to see something that Miranda felt nothing about. This chick, there were two chicks. I saw two chicks during my travels that were pulling their kids on their luggage like fucking little horsies. It was crazy.
What did you feel about that?
What were they like? Was it like one of those ones with like a normal luggage with a handle that you pull out and pull?
Yeah, like a rolling suitcase. They were just sitting on a rolling suitcase.
The second one was like longer than it was tall, and it was like
like an actual suitcase,
like a wagon suitcase. Yes.
Yeah, they make those.
What I felt about them was, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And
those are parents who love their kids. Those are parents who prioritize and love their children. That's why we don't understand it. And it's shocking to us.
Never seen anything like that before. It was crazy.
Like,
that's my story.
It cracks me up. It cracks me up. Like, whenever we go places, and the other day, like, one of my kids had like a disappointing moment out in public, and I just like took her aside and I was like, "You're fine. You're having big emotions. It's all right. You're allowed to have them. But at the same time, it shouldn't ruin your day or anybody else's, because it really isn't that big of a deal, is it? Can we get you other things?" Yeah. And then she was just like, "Should I take deep breaths?" I was like, "Probably 3 or 4." And she did. And then we moved along. And people were like, What was that? And I was like, I don't know, a kid who's emotionally adaptive? Like, what the fuck do you want? And like, everybody was
when your young daughter is literally more mentally mature than most adults.
Better than me most days. Like, she already knew what to do. So I was pretty proud of that kind of thing. But like, apparently then, as we were walking out of the area we were at, there's literally a kid who's just going batshit, throwing things. And they're like, "Sorry, she's only 8." And I was like, "Mine's 6. Fuck you." My kid is better. But, that kid's, who knows? Whatever. I mean, no judgment, but definitely judgment. So it's okay.
Fuck you, boys. How about that? Where you at, man? He's dead. He's like, "I have to sleep. I have to go to work and touch."
No, he has a fucking life. You guys are just shocked by that.
Yeah, I have a schedule I have to keep.
Voice has a life.
I would have to agree.
The weekends were the social life, not the work.
Yeah, he goes out, he does things.
Oh my God.
He has a wife that loves him.
Yeah, can't relate. Can't relate to
go to the bar and get COVID. I can't do your podcast.
All his children are over 18. What a life.
Yeah, what a life.
What a time to be alive. I can't. I literally can't.
Empty nesting.
Yeah, sounds great.
If I was empty nesting, I'd be sitting on the couch watching a movie quietly.
Bro, you are empty nesting.
No, I still take care of my parents.
I was going to say, I feel like those are children.
That's like opposite of yeah, it's opposite of empty nesting.
Yeah.
It's true.
That sucks. That's depressing.
What would that be?
Yeah.
Not empty nesting.
Full nesting.
Yeah. Depressing nesting. Depressing nesting.
It'd be the eggs sitting on the chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Something like that.
We're hearing it from this side of the story. Meanwhile, his parents like, if only let's just watch a movie with them. Which one? Failure to launch. Like, let's just push him out of the fucking thing.
Believe me,
I love you, Kyle.
I was about to buy a house.
Like 2 weeks ago.
No.
Like full on
12 years ago. I almost bought a house, and
but then your parents probably needed you, though.
Yeah,
Kyle, were you like 23 12 years ago?
12 years ago, I was 21.
You're just going to casually buy a house at 21?
I was about to buy a 3-family house and rent out the other 2.
At a time.
Now I'm going to have Kyle's back
2008.
Yeah, that's true.
After.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Kyle's back at this point. I know I just fucked with you, Kyle. I'm going to have Kyle's back on this one. Miranda, you don't talk to him that way. He was on phones with porn stars back then.
True.
It's true, actually.
True, he was great.
So how dare you, man? He was like literally
telling. Sorry to question him. I forgot.
He was telling the chick, "Listen, you can't fit all 10 toes into that toe pick, ma'am. You don't have the bandwidth."
That was before toe picks were a thing.
He was getting written up for it too, like a man. You know.
He created toe picks, Miranda. You fucking put respect on his name.
Sorry.
I was not
graduating high school.
Created onlyostomies.net yet, but I will.
Oh man.
Shortly.
Please don't.
Did you hear we bought the domain, Miranda? We own it.
Yeah, I know.
Which domain was it?
Onlyostomies.com and
oh my God. Imagine what that means.
What a legacy.
My life has been on pause because I've been gone, but it's not forgotten.
He's like,
what a time to be alive.
I'm gonna build only us.
I checked while we were sitting here to see if we got any new reviews, and we didn't on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, because nobody listens to
Are you shocked?
That's not true. Yes, I'm kind of starting to get a little shocked. We've actually gotten a little bump lately on eStop, which is actually shocking. That's probably the most shocking thing that's been brought up since
people researching suicide by Niagara Falls. This show pops up in the top 3.
We broke Matt.
Oh,
did he mute himself?
Yeah, I'm like joking.
Heretic got 49 downloads.
Don't know why. Don't know why people would listen to this.
Maybe they have like 3-hour commutes.
Here's the sad
They're really
thing.
bored.
The first episode has 162 downloads, and then by the time you trickle all the way down to the most recent one, it has 49. So people don't make it. People don't make it through the list.
They listen to it and they're like, "This is disgusting."
They are. They get to Tigger and they hear about fucking. They hear about fucking Jimmy's ass tattoos and they check out.
Should we get memorial butt tattoos of Tigger?
No.
Oh my god.
That's what we should do. I feel like that's what Jimmy would
want. Well, that's if it's on his butt.
No.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
It could be it could have been a full frontal.
We will ask Jen. She would know.
It could have been a full frontal. Watch Tigger's tail grow.
Yeah.
We have had 632 downloads all time, which is pretty nice. It's impressive.
Is that good? I don't even know.
I don't know. It seems good.
I mean,
for a fresh starting podcast, it's not terrible.
It's not the Laser Source podcast.
It's a little depressing.
Which has had
tried our best.
43,000 all-time downloads.
So we're right there.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
We're making it.
It's basically doing just as well.
That's not including the YouTube watchers too.
We haven't. I don't even think we've acknowledged that Jimmy's died on the show.
Yeah, we did. Literally, the end of the last show, you were like, "We got to talk about it."
Oh, did we? All right,
that's like good. Alex.
We were like really cheerful. Everything was great. He was like, by the way, Jimmy's dead. Like he literally said that, and like Kyle and I were like, "Yes,
yeah,
that is factual."
Yeah. Oh well, whatever.
It's a thing. Can't believe it. You know, it makes me sad too, because one of the last conversations we had, he goes, "I have this thing," and I was like, "What do you have?" And he goes, "It's this acai drink." And I was like, "Acai?" And I was like, "What is he trying to say to me?"
Shit.
And he keeps going, "Acai! It's the acai drink!" And finally, I'm like, "Can you just show it to me?" And he shows me the label, and I'm like, "That's acai."
I don't put no acai in my mouth.
He goes, "However the fuck you want to say it, I'm gonna say it acai." One of the last conversations we had.
Popping one open to Jimmy.
I was like, okay, Jimmy. I was like, it's definitely acai. It's not like a difference in how we say it. Like I'm saying it correctly, and you're saying acai.
That conversation never should have happened because Jimmy also regularly called acacia akakia.
That's true. I should have just guessed what he was trying to say based on that.
He's like, yeah, the maple's great, but the akakia would. He's like, that's one point.
I love getting my hand on an akakia.
Yeah.
Like, why? It's just so hard and smooth. Like I can. Oh my god. Oh, Jimmy.
It's true.
Or he pulls the acai. It's the only ass-I-E.
I know. Surprise. I'm like, I just lined it up for you to make a joke, and you're just gonna walk away.
Yeah.
Like Alex, who just walked
away. Is he going to go get a sock to pee in or something?
A diaper.
I have no idea what he's doing. Let's take a look. Because we have cameras. He does. He's like, I really just need a diaper right now. I have no idea what he's doing, actually, because the baby's asleep. It's the only thing I can think of. He's getting a diaper. You're right.
He's pulling a boys. He just like left and we'll never see him until like next episode.
He went to bed. He's like, good night. Good night.
He's gonna hide a dirty sock in the next diaper. so it's ready to go.
What did you do?
I got a hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're talking.
Because you guys have actual weather up there. What the fuck is that?
What are we talking about? Akakia?
We were talking about how you went to go pee in a sock.
Oh no,
That was my guess.
Or hide a sock in a diaper.
You guys want to see something else I stole from Jimmy's house? His fucking Kodak or Canon IV printer thing that he was obsessed with. Right before he bit it, I stole that. I stole some matches. I stole his lighter.
You know, you probably shouldn't go over this on a podcast.
Blow me. It's like fucking 35 cents worth of stuff. See you in hell.
Now, let's go back to the beginning.
I'll give them
when people die, I don't get bothered, but I do take belongings of theirs that have sentimental value and then we'll hold on to them forever.
He totally
so that I don't have to deal with that internalized pain and emotion.
Sakes, I'll remember Jimmy by the fact that he gave himself COPD with all the things sitting on the desk.
By the way, 400 hours of Jimmy cussing and being an asshole. That's not enough. I need that lighter. Give it to me.
The videos are weird. I don't like watching the videos. The videos make me.
I love watching the videos of Jimmy. They're my favorite videos.
I don't.
They make me sad now.
Yeah.
They make me feel like he's not dead, which is.
Yeah. I saw your video the other day. It just popped up. Like, you know how you have like shit on in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your asshole video popped up, and then I got all sad. Dick. Like, regular video of Jimmy popped up. No problem. I was like, fucking Jimmy. You know, like,
oh, but the sad one popped.
But yeah, and then it's like,
one.
Hey guys, it's Alex. And it was a good video, but that's
I made fun of him.
I know.
5 minutes after he died,
it made me have emotions, which I don't like. So I was like, God damn it, fucking prick. So, anyways,
I made fun of him because that's what Jimmy would have wanted. Let's be honest, he would have made fun of him for that video.
Oh,
too.
He would have literally
the throat clearing. He would have been like, "You fucking for real?"
Jimmy would have loved.
Did someone fuck your throat, Alex?
because of the stats, he would have been all about it.
Oh yeah,
he would have.
Yeah, it was a killer vid.
Like, all I had to do was die. People would have been interested.
I haven't checked the stats on it lately.
It had 4K when it popped up on mine.
Fuck ton of views and likes. I can tell you that.
You can talk all the shit you want, babe, but fucking that tube smashing video has almost 800 views already.
It's the shittiest.
It was just a live stream, and you couldn't even see the tube getting smashed, and people.
I know you really couldn't. You couldn't see anything because you guys were like trying to film on a phone from like 2002.
It was on my Pixel. It was just in the middle of Sacramento, which is a fucking war zone. So there's no signal out there. 377 likes, and it's over 4,000 views now.
Are there any dislikes?
Nope.
Over 100 comments.
Not a single one.
That's
over 100 comments. I have a lot of work to do. We shouldn't even be recording this right now. I have to go.
All right, everybody. So that was a good live stream.
Yeah.
I'm just fuck.
Alex is gonna have to edit out at least 10 minutes.
I have to. I didn't make 10 minutes worth of jokes about.
It's gonna be a heavy edit.
Are you flagging times? It just goes on.
No, he's just gonna edit it. I'm not flagging shit.
You know what? I listen.
You're gonna have to listen to it.
I know I'm the only one, but I listen to every episode we record all the way through before it gets published.
Also, you definitely got to edit the stuff out about your family.
What? No, fuck them. I don't give a shit.
Okay, well.
If he doesn't care about people dying, then his mom feeling shocked about something should not be shocking.
Yeah, I don't care. What? So should I go back and edit all the shit out about Gregums too? Should I edit out all the
I said that probably shouldn't be on a podcast.
No.
That anyone could stumble across, but you did it anyway.
Bite me. Especially about my own family.
Do you know I left Alex in charge of booking a flight for my stepmom because she was
totally did it.
She's like, I'm gonna come out and watch the kids and stay with you guys when the baby's born. I'm like, cool. So I was like, Alex, you guys can book that flight when you're in California. And he's like, perfect. So
it's mom's mom.
I am due on May 12th, and Alex is like, May 10th. He's like, it's perfect. Nothing could go wrong. So hopefully Ollie waits till May 10th. Really cutting it close there, Alex.
He will, dude. Nugget was 2 weeks late.
That's why you can't let men do a damn thing. Because I'm like,
fine.
Did I say book? Watch just book a flight on my fucking due
When do you move into the new place?
The lease starts on May 19th.
Oh man,
It's gonna be great. There's nothing that could go wrong.
Yeah,
I want to say how she blames men, but then a woman who could have the baby whenever she wants. That's how it works.
You know what? I could not have a baby whenever I want, because trust me, I would have had Nugget.
Listen, you're a feminist. You control
20 days
your body.
before.
I'm an asshole for getting extra help out here before the baby's born, but Miranda can fucking have a lease start fucking 2 days after the baby gets here.
So when I applied for it, it said
she's gonna power lift the couch and the baby's gonna go.
It said May 7th when I applied, and I was like, ugh, but there's not a ton of 3 bedrooms, so I was just like, I guess we'll take it. May 7th won't be that bad. The baby will probably wait till close to my due date. We'll probably have a few days before we could just power through and just move in most of our stuff.
Miranda wanted to move while she was 9 months pregnant and change.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to do shit. You were going to move. I
see Miranda ass out wearing a hospital robe as she's like, you guys put that couch on the wall. Like, that's what I see her like walking around with a fucking pedestal bag. Yeah.
Video chatting. Yeah, no, he's right, though. Coraline was like 10 days late, so the likelihood is that this baby will be late, too. And I'll
later.
Angry.
Later.
Yeah, the other day I was like, let's Google what are risk factors for long pregnancies. And it was like, male gender. And I was like, perfect. Perfect. I love that.
Also, full mouth of teeth. Ready to go.
I've
seen
that. That is so creepy when newborns are born with teeth. That's
terrifying. And then also that's when the breastfeeding specialist comes in. They're like, you're just gonna want to go ahead and put that out there. You want to show like the baby's like
I mean
full jumpers.
I breastfed Felix till he was 2, so I'd be like, well, But
imagine that at like 1 week old. I'm saying imagine that at 1 week old though. How terrifying that would be.
They're a little dumb.
I feel
like they're nice at that age, though. They wouldn't bite you on purpose.
I have the work Discord up, and Discord shows you when people are playing games because it's supposed to be like a gaming thing. And so there's a user, the only user online that's actually playing a game. This is the emergency stop Discord. The username is Workhorse.
And they're playing games.
They're playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Ooh, I have that game.
I was kind of tempted to try that.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
the game?
Fun.
Miranda's
fun.
Miranda's throwing out all of her Hogwarts books.
I did say the other day, I was like, I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. They just take up a lot of space and not,
My child's about to get to the age of reading. I better throw these out.
Which one?
I've been using them for coasters. I'm just gonna throw them out now.
I mean, I don't think Felix is going to be into that. They're really long.
Miranda's reasoning for throwing away the Harry Potter books has nothing to do with J.K. Rowling being transphobic, or
nothing to do with that,
or racist at all.
Nothing to do with that. But also, they take up a fuck ton of space, like an entire fucking shelf. What am I supposed to do with that?
If you take the dust cover off, it actually looks like a really good hardcover book, and it makes you look smart. Just saying.
Just makes you look smart. I'm just a minimalist, and I married someone who fucking loves clutter. Because if there's one thing Alex loves, it's fucking clutter.
That's not true. He has 4 new items from a dead guy today.
Yeah.
He's like decor. Give it to all of it. I want all of it. What
are you talking about?
They're called tchotchkes.
The only things on the wall in
little
this room
figurines,
that
perfect.
I'm sitting in right now are work things.
How many Pokemon
live, laugh, love?
Perfect.
Right How many what?
Live, laugh, laser.
Regular you have stacked up there. Just don't want to keep.
Pokemon what?
Like the regular cards. I don't know what they're called. Like the
commons. And I threw them all away.
Ooh, take that, Miranda. That was the only thing she had going for her.
But he has like a shelf that's as tall as I am, full of Pokemon cards
that are well organized into binders.
Okay, well
and also for legal purposes, because he has a YouTube channel, that's work related.
It is. That's true.
Don't encourage him,
dude. I write off every single pack of Pokemon cards I buy. Suck it.
That's him trying to seduce you, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my Dorito in the bowl of
That's his Dorito. It's just a wall full of Pokemon and him seductively like,
It's true. It's true. Oh my God.
I just threw up in my mouth a little. Oh, sorry at the thought.
Michael was worried that
Relatable.
our hotel rooms would be next to a trans person. While we were in Sacramento, he made multiple comments about it. What do you mean, why?
Is Sacramento like a destination place or something?
Do you remember his Las Vegas story?
Yes.
That's the joke.
Oh, the Las Vegas story, but that was just I didn't realize that was like a trans thing. I thought that was just somebody who was like into weird like fuzzy. What's it called? Not fuzzies, furries.
Are we even just gonna put this online or
the whole thing?
Yeah, edit the whole thing out.
What? I'll talk shit.
I thought it was a furry. I thought it was a furry thing that like I thought he said it was like a werewolf looking thing. No. And I was like, maybe it's a furry.
He specifically said that he could not tell the difference if it was a man or a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know who Miranda's afraid of offending. It's not our Laser Everywhere audience because they don't fucking listen to this. I couldn't pay them to listen to this.
I am not afraid of offending anyone.
Except for Michael? What do you...
I mean, I don't think you should talk shit about people when they're not around. But...
Hey, Michael, fuck you. Boyce, fuck you again.
Oh my God. Imagine all the editing in this.
Jimmy, fuck you. Fucking asshat.
That's rough.
Watch this. Watch what happens when I leave.
He left.
All Jimmy did his entire life was ask me for help with shit, but when he had a fucking 124-degree fever and he was dying on his floor, he couldn't dial my phone number and tell me he was in trouble. Douchebag.
Imagine being a douchebag.
What was his favorite thing? What was his favorite thing to say to you, Miranda?
What?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Don't worry about it.
Literally.
It's not a big deal.
That's one of the last things he said to me. I was like, you should probably, tell them you want more testing. I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Followed by a second favorite thing of should have did anal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he would pinch babies.
And his penis.
It's the only way to deal with itching. I think that's how you solve chlamydia.
Oh God.
You don't need doctors and medicine. You just need a good pinch of the tip.
Did you ever take your kids in the shower with you, Matt?
Yeah.
Did they like it? Like when they were babies?
Like they would. I don't think they were cognizant enough to like actually be have an opinion. I was like, we're gonna go do this now, because like literally, when you get tasked with having 3 kids that you have to clean before your wife gets back, and then you wait too long, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, all right, here we go. And my daughter was just like, wee, and my boys were just like, because they're like, 2, like literally, they're just like, the window got foggy. And of course it came out like, and you're like, sure, and just shoving shampoo in their eyes, like,
dude, I brought Nugget in the shower with me yesterday, and it was like the time of her life. We were both shocked. Miranda and I were both shocked.
Well, I used to take her in the shower, like when we went on our road trip. I was like, I'm not bringing a fucking baby bathtub.
She was like,
like, Alex, just pass her into the shower while I'm in there. I'll just wash her, rinse her, hold her up, and then just toss her back out.
Put a plastic bag over her head for a minute. She'll be fine.
Well, because I'm standing there, dude, and I'm trying to take a shower, and she's like, she keeps opening the shower curtain and just like throwing her toys in.
Yeah, well, I mean, what were you doing? You can't bathe without bath toys.
Yeah, you can't play in the fucking shower.
She's like, this guy's a moron.
It's like second playtime, duh.
Like, what are you doing?
So I just picked her up and I brought her in, and she
him in there just washing his balls.
At first, she was like this. She was like, like freaked out. And like it. And then she realized, I think, that it's like a bath, except the water's always warm.
Yeah, I just called the fountain and it was done.
Yeah, and then she was all about it.
Sprinkler.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giant sprinkler.
We have a toy that one of our grandmas bought for the kids, and it's literally called the water fountain, like the backyard fountain. And so it's just a sprinkler, but it looks like a fountain, and it like does this. Like, you know how pressure cookers, like the old school pressure cooker, like it does that, but the water just goes like that. Yeah. And so my daughter was like looking in when the 2 boys were in. She's like, Dad, I don't know about this. And I was like, it's just like the water fountain. And she's like, oh, yep. And that was all it took. And she's just like, yeah. So it's good times. I actually, speaking of them dealing with new and exciting things. Today, I pelted her in the face with a soccer ball.
How does that go?
Being a good dad.
Did you throw it or kick it?
So it was a throw because she was like, they're very afraid. So they're starting soccer. They've had one practice because in the city I'm in, there's like 600 or 800 kids. Like, I'm not even being funny when I say that number. It's like a massive amount of kids. Because each team has 12 kids, and I think there's like over 60 teams.
If we were playing like Matt Bodiford bingo, mentioning how big his school district is or how many kids are in it would be like.
Oh no, this isn't our school district. This is the corner.
The city.
It's still, dude.
This is just the city, though.
Plant City. Dude, so many soccer teams.
It's like Flower, Plant City, something like that.
No, we're Flower City.
Oh well, fuck. My bad.
Way to fuck that up, Miranda.
Apparently, like, Rochester.
Check out the sick burn. Check out the sick burn I'm going to use on Matt. Flower City. And then she like drops the mic that just got fixed. What a dickhead.
It didn't just get fixed, actually. It's just covered third-hand smoke from Jimmy.
Now she's going to get things right. All right, Miranda, we see your
this
game.
Keeps giving. Alex, why don't you tell the story about your trip from JFK to Rochester and how you made friends with your seatmate?
My seatmate was a Gregham's. It was not cool. So I told Miranda, I'm sitting waiting I'm at the gate. I'm waiting to board my flight to Rochester. And I'm talking to Miranda about nonsense. And I look around me and I said, you know that you're at the gate to Rochester without even looking at the sign because everybody looks like they want to kill themselves, which is accurate because you're going to Rochester. And so I get on the plane, I board, I sit next to this guy, and I retold the joke because Miranda thought it was fucking hilarious. So I was like, man, you know, you're on your way to Rochester because everybody on the plane looks like they want to kill themselves. And he was like, huh. It's like, cool, we're friends now.
Alex actually texted me that story and said, this is why I don't have any friends.
Yeah, it's true.
Just look for the newspapers tomorrow in case he was going back to Rochester for that. Like, where are you going? Back to Rochester. I was trying to find the suicide number and never could.
Well, I asked her, I was like, are you going home or are you leaving home? And he was like, oh, no, I'm going home. And I was
You're like me too.
I was like, that sucks.
Maybe he doesn't have a wife who sends him Dorito seduction pictures on their way home.
He was a total Gregham's. He was like fucking sad looking 50-year-old man with a gullet. And he was just, you know, it was all bad.
You know what surprises me the most out of all of that story?
What?
Is that on an airplane, you would be a talker. That's shocking.
Dude, I literally sat down and I was like, raise your hand if you want to kill yourself. Just, you know, every once in a while I try and then I remember why I don't talk.
He's like, I'm going to try this time. And that's
I feel like Alex is like, I don't know why I try to connect with people. Here's another one that didn't work on the last plane flight. Sometimes when I masturbate, I use a belt to choke myself a little bit. Like raise hands, and it's just a mom with her child.
Yeah.
What?
I sit down on a plane and turn around and look at everybody, and I'm like, who else's grandma choked to death on a hot dog?
Anybody else wonder what happens if I ever... Anybody else wonder what happens if you pull the lever at 20,000 feet?
Yeah.
No?
Okay. All right. I don't know, dude. I can't help that. I can't help that that's, you know, that's how I amuse myself in my off time.
I'm not a sociopath. I really want you to listen back through this after the edit. I want you to listen to the full unedited and look at how much you have to take out.
Not that much. I'm barely going to touch this.
Oh my God, I'm dying. But it wouldn't bother you.
It wouldn't. He'd be like,
I'm going to touch this episode less than fucking.
You're gonna have to edit that out. Come on. Come on.
That one can go. That one I'll do.
Was bad.
That one I'll do. It was funny. It was funny. It made you laugh. You all laughed. So
that's the awkward laugh that the lady had when you asked about the belt choking.
Alex is really upset because on his way there, he's like, I sat down and it was like 2 college girls and they both just stared at me like I was a weirdo. And I'm like, well, you probably did something fucking weird.
She's butchering the fucking story. So I get on the plane. I'm at the window seat because I always sit in the window seat.
He doesn't remember he told this last.
Did I already tell this story?
Yeah.
Did we do an ESOP while I was in?
Oh, I wasn't there. So
you told this last time.
You told me that story, and I was like, well, you're kind of fucking old, man. They probably thought you were creepy.
Yeah, we did an E-stop with Chris.
Look, he's baffled.
Oh, we did do an E-stop with
Look at the old man in him. So for the people who couldn't just see it, the eyebrow shot up his wrinkled forehead.
God. Yeah.
What? We talked about that already?
I don't know.
Have I told you guys that one time when I went to... No, I'm just kidding. My stories I tell like 1,000 times.
I wasn't creepy. Fucking get up and get out of the way. That's all.
You could be a little creepy. Alex always makes fun of me because he says I'm too mean to service people, but I feel like he goes the opposite way.
She is.
He's like, no, I just don't. Alex always uses that weird fake syrupy voice. He's always like, hi, how are you? And I just talk to them like normal people, and Alex is like, you're being mean. And I'm like, you don't have to talk to them like they're babies. Like, you're not like, hi, how are you? Are you doing great? Okay, however you want to bring that to me. That's perfect. That's so perfect. I love you so much.
Miranda goes full Michael Scott. She's just like, I want my salad tossed. If my salad is shaken, I send it back. Like, she fucking just...
It's not true. I just feel like Alex...
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
The shallot, was it shook?
Yeah.
Alex just forgets how I talk to people until he's out in public with me, and he's like, "Oh my god, is that how you sound?" And I'm like,
"What I really am thinking is, oh my god, is that how she talks to me?"
Yes.
Listen to the podcast again.
Yeah.
Babe, what happened outside our front door today?
Oh, I think our neighbor's girlfriend left him, or he casually got robbed and we did nothing about it. Can't tell. Because a car we've never seen before like pulled up, and we have a doorbell cam, so I heard the door slam like 3 times in a row, like slam, like not because we live in a duplex and the only real entrance that's like next to each other is our front doors. So when he like slams his door, it's like echoing through the whole fucking house. And so I heard it slam like 3 times in a row. So I checked our doorbell camera, and there's a woman, and honestly I've never even seen her before. But she was taking out like laundry baskets full of shit. And I texted Alex, I'm like, he's definitely getting dumped right now. Either that or he's definitely being robbed and we're just like watching it.
Maybe it was both. Maybe he's like tied to the bed and she was just like, I'm going to seduce you.
His car wasn't there. So I knew he wasn't home because we live in the middle of nowhere.
Either way,
I would know.
Super volatile, and I'm glad we didn't get involved because we're 99% sure that his girlfriend is on probation for a violent crime.
Oh, I'm 100% sure because she awkwardly accidentally addressed her initial probation letter to our house instead of hers. She put the wrong number. And so I got it, and I was like, this is weird.
Also fairly certain the neighbor has like a meth addiction. So, not getting involved in either of those things.
They're not. You know, we used to have a really nice neighbor. She was older.
Didn't talk to us.
She never talked to us. She was single. I think she had like 3 cats. Like, she didn't really do anything. She was very quiet. Never complained. Never did anything.
Perfect neighbor.
Yeah. And then she just moved out one day. She like didn't even say anything. She just was like
retired sex worker.
Yeah, she was just there one day. She's gone the next. And I was like, all right, see you later.
Just like Jimmy.
I was going to say, did Alex go over there and steal 3 or 4 things from there? I just want to remember her.
Now we got this new guy, and he's like, he just throws cans out into the yard.
He does. I don't.
What is it? Wait, how do you just throw cans? Like, what is he? Open the door and then just go like that?
Yes, like
there
precisely.
was like 2 weeks ago, I was walking, and I don't know if he threw them there before it snowed, and the snow melted and revealed them, but there was like 7 cans that had clearly been like opened and like drank, and then they were just thrown in the like yard area. And I'm like, he also
maybe he was like trying to recycle it for meth.
I don't know. He'll put like half drink bottles of juice or milk and he'll just like put them outside the door and then leave. Does not use the trash. I don't know what he does with his trash because we have a shared can.
And he doesn't use it.
He does never use it. And I'm like,
do you guys move out before he moves out? Like, is his lease up before yours?
I think his lease is probably around the same time.
He might fucking off himself now that his probation girlfriend left him. We don't really know what the aftermath of that's going to be yet. This is a recent development.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get a new girlfriend.
Before you leave, slam the door 3 times.
Oh, that's the other thing. I don't know what he does for work. I think it's some kind of construction thing because he always has a reflective vest. But
that might be probation.
I know, right?
He leaves.
Maybe that's how they met.
He leaves anywhere between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. And every day he slams his car door no less than 4 times. Like opens and slams it, opens and slams it. And then he opens and slams his front door no less than 3 times. Somewhere between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. every day. Just slams the door. And then he's like, better slam the car door. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. Please. Dude, I'm going to die.
When I lived in, I guess it was like 8 houses. It was like a super huge. So they were condos, and they were like 1,400 square feet each. Like they were massive places, all single floor, by the way. So like that's not a 2-story; it's just huge. And it was 3 bedroom, 2 bath,
Matt,
and then the same. Yeah.
Is this a long story?
No, I know, but I'm also filling in for another 5 minutes because I feel like it's going to be about 9 minutes of cut. So,
that's
like
fair.
15.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm looking at 110 as my number.
I forgot about that. I forgot
All
about
right,
that.
Ready? Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, fuck you. So literally the guy upstairs, that's cute. So the guy upstairs, he would have a dog, and the hallway was, no joke, probably like 40 feet long, and he would throw the fucking ball. And he's got an upstairs, and the rule was you weren't supposed to have a dog that was over like 30 pounds, I guess, like a Cocker Spaniel, a Schnauzer, because they were just wooden in between, you know? So this dude would chuck a ball down the hallway, and you would hear this. Till like 2 in the fucking morning. So I literally, as like 18-year-old me, 18-year-old me was like, fuck this guy. And I grabbed a mop and a broom, and I'd be like, do. And I would run, and then I'd be like, back to the front of the house every time the dog would do it. And then the guy would like, we just play that game for like an hour. Oh my God. It was the dumbest shit ever. And then like, every time they'd be grilling or something on the front porch, they'd do that shit too, where like he would cut a piece of food off and just chuck it over the balcony. Like, why? So I'm sitting out there smoking a cigarette because I used to smoke back then, and you're just enjoying a cigarette and a beer on your front porch, and like pieces of bratwurst are flying down, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, you're cutting off the tip, or you like giving it like a, what do you call it? A brisk up there?
You should have thrown it back up.
Oh, I did. I literally was like, hey, did you need this piece of wiener?
You dropped something.
He'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about, you stupid college fuck? And I'd just be like, okay, thanks, Dick Lick. All right. Like, oh yeah, that's like literally that was his name was, because his name was Richard, and so we would just call him Dick Lick. Like, I'm sure, like, oh God, like I always forget about that segment of life, but that was like the worst, having neighbors like that. And then the people on the, like, right next to us, because there were literally 4 on our side and 4 on the other side. Those people were all super old, chill people, like you said. And then the guy on the next to us with another college guy, super fun to hang out with. Just that one guy. It's like such a piece of shit. Anyways, like, you know, hopefully people like that just die in a fire. Like, you know,
they won't. They'll live the longest, because
that's true.
The world works.
That's true.
That's true.
Maybe
just
when he's driving away.
Just print out a piece of paper that says 988 and tape it to the front door.
Alex,
Jimmy died.
Your laser.
Jimmy's mom will live until she's 457 years old.
Use the laser that
Jimmy's mom?
Yeah.
Or my mom?
I mean, your mom too.
Either are terrible.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, just use the laser that Jimmy left you, and like shoot it into the guy's mirror when he's at the end of the street. Just saying.
Just,
All right, guys. Probably should edit that out too.
Yeah.
No.
So then what you should do is
Thanks for listening to this very lightly edited episode of Emergency Stop.
Heavily edited because Alex has no chill.
Lightly edited because Miranda has no say in how much of the episode actually gets edited because she's not involved in the editing process.
I'm going to listen to this one now.
Imagine thinking I have no say. I have all the say.
She's just going to be like, did you heavily edit it? And I'm going to say, absolutely, I did.
Kyle, do you feel like you're trapped in their foreplay right now?
Kyle permanently exists in a state of trapped in our foreplay.
Oh, that's inappropriate. Why would you say that?
That's accurate. Which beats Matt's constant state of continually being trapped in my foreskin.
That's true.
Yeah. You know,
a lot of smegma. I learned that word last week.
Oh God, me too.
When we had the podcast that you don't even fucking remember.
I will tell you guys all about the smegma.
Why were you guys talking about foreskin?
We weren't.
Why smegma? Miranda, have you listened to this show?
Miranda never listens to the show. She doesn't have any. She's like,
the last one wasn't published yet.
She's like, you have to edit this, and I'm like, you haven't listened to the last 9 episodes. She has no idea what goes up and what
literally
doesn't go
episode
up.
6 starts off with, "Hey guys, if you're here for the first time, fuck you. Go to episode 1."
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah,
and there's like a 5-minute discussion of how fucked they should be.
You know what? Fuck every single one of you that are listening right now.
Why were you discussing smegma?
I'll tell you all about it on the bonus episode because we are out of time. Thank you guys for not fucking leaving a review. I actually, every time that I've asked you to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, I've really meant the opposite. And you've all come through for me. So thank you so much for not leaving a review. We really appreciate it.
Except that one asshole.
Do want to go against my wishes and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, which really would help us out. You don't have to actually write a review. Just tell us how many minutes you think were actually edited out of this episode and smash that 5-star rating for us because it does make a big difference. Thanks to my co-hosts, Kyle.
Yo.
And Matt.
Yup.
And no thanks to Miranda, the censor.
Fuck you.
Oh, gotta edit that out. Gotta edit that out. That's like domestic violence. I can't.
That's not Christian.
That's non-Christian.
I'm sorry. My Catholic upbringing actually prepared me exactly for that.
And
that's exactly what we did.
Matt and Kyle are really the only co-hosts. Miranda just brings the juice boxes. She's got a little tray.
Juice box?
Miranda has a little tray with juicy juice and fucking Ritz crackers with peanut butter on them that she passes out.
I've asked for apple slices for like 6 episodes, and she's like, "Eat the peanut butter, you bitch."
That's factual.
If you were getting good apple slices, they would come with a side of peanut butter. I'm just saying.
Like I said, terrible mom. Well, for us,
cream cheese caramel dip, man.
What is cream cheese caramel dip? Yeah.
For us, she's our terrible mom.
I'll send you a link.
Soccer balls at his
cream cheese caramel dip is one of the many.
You know, I'm not taking criticism from him.
It's to build character, Miranda.
Oh my God. All right, this has gone on long enough. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, bye.
This audio podcast, and
we ruined that.
Fucking yeah, I don't know. Just whatever. Goodbye.
Thanks to our early supporters: Abdul Wahab Alfairs, Alfredo de Leon, Andrew Farmer II, Christian Johansson, Derek Galaski, EJ Jenka, Ronald Montes.
No.